I've tried literally every diet under the sun. I mean, you name it, I've tried it. I've experimented with keto, with paleo, with carnivore, with intermittent fasting, all these other programs that you hear and see of today, right? The Herbalives, the V Shreds, the Insanities, the Beach Bodies, the P90X, everything. I'm going to share with you in this video what actually works when it comes to losing body fat, building muscle, but also maintaining that success long term. I mean, let's face the facts here. Anybody can cut out their carbohydrates, lose 5, 10, 15, 20 pounds, but immediately as you start eating those carbohydrates again, you're just going to regain the weight right back. And who knows? Maybe that's happened to you plenty of times. So I'm going to do actually something a little bit different in today's video. I'm going to showing you guys kind of like behind the scenes, how I actually coach and teach our clients, our members, on how to lose fat and build muscle, on how to create sustainable habits. But in doing so, I'm going to show you guys my account. Because even though I am the head coach of Heartletics, I'm also a client as well, because that's how much I believe of my coaching program that, hey, in order to get the results possible, you might as well just also, walk the walk, not just talk the talk. So I'm going to share with you guys my workouts. I'm going to share with you guys my training routine. I'm going to share with you guys my habits. I'm going to share with you guys my nutrition plan, the whole 9 yards. Just so that way you can truly understand that, one, it's definitely possible for you to get in the best shape of your life as well, but also, hey, you can learn how to still get the results that you want without cutting out your favorite foods, without cutting out alcohol, without cutting out junk food and fast food and pizza and, burgers and donuts. You can literally still have it all and lose body fat and get in the best shape of your life. And I'm going to share with you guys exactly how. So let's dive into my computer and let me share with you guys a little bit behind the scenes on how it all works. Okay, so I'm on my client account right now, and I'm going to go over everything with you. I'm going to go over the workouts, I'm going to go over the nutrition, I'm going to go over my habits, I'm going to go over my body stats, everything. And full disclaimer, I didn't recently start using my app as a client until probably about maybe 4 or 5 weeks ago, for two reasons. One, I'm training for a special event called High Rocks that I'm actually going to be competing in November 16th November 16th down in Chicago. High intense, right? A high intensity to the max when it comes to a fitness event. You guys can just look it up, High Rocks, and you'll see how crazy I am. And then also, second, is that a very close friend of mine, he actually unfortunately has cancer in his liver. And, he asked me to be one of his donors. And I said, yeah, for sure. So we actually recently just had a full day of testing over in Pittsburgh here on the 6th. Hence why I didn't do any of my workouts and also didn't track anything at all, because I had to do a full day of testing for the results. And it was wild, to say the least. And, fingers crossed we get a call back soon saying, hey, my test results came back all in the clear, and I can help him out and donate part of my liver to him and help save his life. So if you happen to be watching this, keep that in your thoughts and prayers. I would greatly, greatly appreciate that. But anyways, let's dive in. So I'll go here, it's pretty much October 30th. And you can see, right, decent shape, but trust me, I'm going to share with you guys the stats first. Decent shape, but nowhere near to what I'm looking at right now. For example, if you want to see what I'm looking like right now, I will go to the most recent progress photo, which I uploaded. When did I upload it? Was it? Here, we'll just go to this one over here on the 3rd. Boom! Diesel, right? So a big difference. A big, big, big difference. Here, let me see if I could actually zoom in a little bit. So you can see I'm once again decent shape, but nowhere near to the level of where I'm at right now. And it has everything to do with one simple word. And this is why I'm a firm believer that anybody can get in the best shape of their life. Consistency. Consistency, consistency, consistency. Because as you can see through here, that going through my workouts, going through my nutrition, and I'm going to go through all the data with you here to just kind of share with you. The flip side is, hey, you turn into a beast, right? And I'm in the best shape of my life right now. I feel really good. Once again, for two main reasons. One, Obviously, trying to be a good fit for liver surgery, to donate part of my liver to help save my friend's life. And second, I'm training for this High Rocks event, which, once again, it's insane. Think of it like CrossFit without all the Olympic lifts, tons of cardio, which I hate because I'm not a cardio guy, tons of strength, functional movements. It's going to be insane, So, yeah, that is what I've been kind of, the process, right, of what's fueling my motivation. So let me give you guys the rundown, okay? When it comes down to the calories, I'll actually, before I dive into the data, let me actually share with you my goals. So my goals when it comes down to nutrition, and this is exactly how we help out our members, is establishing, what is a good calorie deficit for them to be in to lose body fat, because that's obviously my goal right now, but also doing it very strategically, where you can still put on that lean muscle tissue in the midst of losing the body fat. So for me, I weigh probably about 185 right now, 188, like around there. My calories, 2,300, which is good because one, I get a fuel up on fuel, right? Plain and simple. Food equals fuel. And if you're not eating enough, odds are you could be losing muscle. And this is why I'm not a fan of like intermittent fasting, because most of the time guys are eating way under what they should be, and they end up losing their lean muscle tissue, and that's what slows down their metabolic rate. Weight loss and fat loss are two separate things, and this is what we like to coach and educate our members on all the time. And then obviously with consuming a lot of protein, well more than 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. I mean, you'll see on some of my days, I'll share with you, I'm averaging about 250 grams a day, sometimes up to like 280, 290. And for those of you who say, oh man, like you're going to eat all that protein and that's going to be horrible for you, it's not. Like, trust me, it is not. If you're somebody that is unhealthy and you have bad kidneys, it's due to you being unhealthy, not due to all the high protein. Trust me on that one, okay? The more protein, the beneficial it is going to be for you to lose the body fat, but also maintain and also build that lean muscle tissue. And that's obviously what you want. The older you get up in age, it's harder to build muscle. And I'm going to be a walking testimony to all this here in the near future, because fingers crossed, if I am a good fit to donate part of my liver, post-surgery, I'm going to be down for the count for 12 weeks. You can't lift more than 10 pounds. So this is going to be a great opportunity for me to say, okay, hey, I can't work out for 12 weeks. I know I'm going to lose some muscle in that process. That's okay. What can I do to dial in with my nutrition even more, but come back 10 times stronger? So that's my mindset going into it. Let me also share with you the habits that I have set up for me. So I do have a Spartans challenge on here for habit, and this is just a friendly little competition that we have with one of our community groups on the app, where a Spartans challenge is 300 push-ups, 300 sit-ups a day. Might seem like a lot, but trust me, when you break it up, like bang out a set of 50 push-ups here and there throughout the course of the day, it's very easy to do. Bang out a set of 30, 40 push-ups, or sit-ups using an ab mat, right, throughout the course of the day, very, very easy to do. I also have in here, reading the Bible and meditation. I'm a big fan of both of these, helping me on my spiritual journey, and meditation really helping me on my emotional journey. So one thing that we like to focus on with all of our members at Heartletics is it's not just the physical. We want to focus on 4 pillars of essentially your well-being, which is the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual. So these are definitely things that, hey, I like opening up the app and I get to see what is my to-do list for the day. What are my habits? What are the things that I need to focus on? That way I'm filling up my cup and I can be more of an asset and pour more out into my family, my loved ones, whole 9 yards. So let me share with you guys just a few data points. I'm not going to go into every single, nutritional and every single workout, but I do want to share with you just the quick little overview that can really help explain how somebody like myself can go from this guy over here, which once again, I mean, it's not bad at all, right? But it is nowhere near to this guy right here, right? I'm very proud of this. And I say that, right, proud, as I like looking at myself like this. Not saying that as prideful or egotistic, but I'm very proud of myself because it shows that, hey, as long as you stay consistent, like, you can get amazing results. And I mean, you'll take a look at my numbers. I'm eating like a bunch of carbs, a bunch of calories, a bunch of protons. Like, I'm not cutting anything out, and I don't recommend anybody cut out anything out. I recommend for everybody, when they actually learn what works best for their body type, to just hone in on that. Hone in on that and just stay consistent and trust the process. So let me give you guys the rundown, okay? Now, the very first week over here, this is where I was just kind of dabbling into, okay, with me training for this High Rocks event, what could I kind of focus on, how my training routine is going to be a little bit different. So normally I'm just doing a regular, 4 days in the gym or 5 days in the gym workout routine. And typically if it's a 4 days, it's following a push-pull, rest, push-pull routine. And if it is a 5-day routine, then I'm typically doing like chest and triceps on Monday, back and biceps on Tuesday, quads and hamstrings on Wednesdays, shoulders and arms on Thursdays, and then back and chest on Fridays. That's the way I like to train. And just every 4 weeks, switch up the exercises, switch up the exercise selection, switch up the mesocycle, switch up the frequency in terms of the reps, the sets, whole 9 yards, right? Drop sets. Like, I always want to mix things up. It's called muscle confusion, right? So that way I'm not getting, kind of stale or used to the same workouts, where if you ever stick with the same foods, right, you probably realize, hey, in the very beginning, you lost some weight, but then eventually hit a stall. What worked doesn't really work so much anymore. And same thing with the training. It can become kind of stale, where you have to kind of learn when and how to make adjustments properly. That way also you're not ever hitting a plateau. So the first 2 weeks into this, I was just getting a good feel for, using the app, for tracking everything, for getting it down. And then over here on the 14th, this is when I really started switching it up with my training routine. And I'm a big fan of my training routine right now. It's a lot of cardio. It's, not focusing on so much strength, but there is still a little bit of strength. We're pretty much on Mondays, it's my High Rocks workouts. And the High Rocks workouts, this doesn't even show you the justice, honestly. I mean, this is just like a few things that I just threw into the app. What my High Rocks workouts is typically like, started off with a 30-minute run, and once again, I hate cardio, and then I'm going into wall ball tosses, superset with burpees, and then a rower machine, and then the assault bike, and then sled pushes, and battle ropes, and finish it with core. It's typically a 45 to 55-minute workout, and it is literally hell. It is torturous. But you know what? I got a tournament coming up, so I have to look my best, feel my best, perform my best, so there's a motivational aspect to it. But I'm doing those workouts on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays. And then on Tuesdays and Thursdays, this is when I'm doing my push-pull routine. So I'm still focusing, like I said, on a little bit of strength, just not the main objective for right now, due to me training for this tournament on November 16th in Chicago, the High Rocks. So Tuesdays is a push workout. This is typically your quads. This is going to be your chest, your shoulders, and your triceps, a little bit of abs. And then on Thursdays, this is a pull workout. So this is my hamstrings, okay? And this is my back, this is my rear delts, and this is my biceps, and a little bit of abs as well. And in fact, speaking about the abs, you can actually see on here, I have these daily ab circuits. And I kid you not, like, this, they will destroy your abs. Like, I trust me on this one. They will destroy your abs. So, for example, like how they look is, it's about 10 minutes long. And I put this into pretty much everybody's account. Now, obviously, some people, I need to make some modifications for them based on their body type and preferences. But Monday through Sunday, 10 minutes, different abs, different exercises, and they work. I mean, if you want to get shredded, like, whew, just like a hollow body hold for 25 seconds, oh my gosh. Yeah, your abs will be fried afterwards. And I do them pretty much first thing in the morning. Like, I'll wake up, I'll typically, come down to my office, I'll pray, I'll meditate, I'll stretch, and then I'll do these ab circuits, and then boom, I'll go out the door and head out to the gym. So like, it doesn't take a lot of time. This is what I tell people all the time, is just like, you don't need to be in the gym for hours. You don't need to be doing all this crazy nonsense in order to lose fat and build muscle. Like, a little bit, like a 10-minute ab circuit, can really go a long way for somebody, Now, let's dive into nutrition. Okay, so I'm just going to pull out just a few days in here. And obviously, during this whole time frame, I'm also traveling as well. So if you're somebody that's watching this and you're like, yeah, but Joe, I travel all the time. Guess what? I probably travel way more than you do, okay? And I'm going to share with you exactly how easy it can be, right, to still crush your numbers. Like, look at this, 272 grams of protons, you know? And once again, I'm just using my app. Now, the convenience of my app is that also, whenever I'm going out to eat, I can just literally type in the search browser, like Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Chipotle, whatever. And it's going to pull up all these different restaurant menus for me to kind of glance at and kind of take out all the guesswork. So that's convenient. But also at the same time, I'm a creature of habit. I've been doing this for quite some time where I know what do I need to do in order to, get the most bang for my buck and hit my protein. So I actually want to share with you a little bit about the travel updates. So this first week over here, you can see that there's a lot more walking and less training over here because I was actually in Florida. Now, during this time, if you guys remember, what hurricane was it? Milton, I think. Hurricane Milton. I'm always confused with all the hurricane names. There's so many down in Florida. But over here on the 8th, take a look at my food selection because one, you don't see any workouts being completed. And the reason why was because we were actually we as in my wife, my son and I, we were actually planning to leave Florida. We were over in Melbourne. And we were in Orlando getting ready to fly home Tuesday morning, right before the hurricane hit. Now, unfortunately, our flight got canceled, right? It actually got delayed twice and then it got canceled. So we decided instead of staying down in Florida, because we didn't know how the hurricane was going to be or anything like that, we decided to just get a rental car and drive all the way straight up north to Cleveland, Ohio, where we live at. And this was on Tuesday, so if you take a look at my food, right, I got Chipotle, and you can take a look at the photo, right, of me posting the Chipotle. You can see everything that I ordered. And then literally living off of protein supplements. I stopped at a GNC. I got a whole bunch of protein bars, protein pre-made shakes, not saying to live off, supplements, but guess what? I'm still able to hit my numbers. Sure, I wish I would have got a little bit more food in me, but, I'm trying to, get my family or evacuate out of Florida during a hurricane. It was nonstop. But I still am very proud of myself for how I did with that nutritional day, And once again, am I somebody special? Absolutely not. And this is why I want to kind of show you behind the scenes of, hey, how it works when we coach and help out our members. Now, there's a lot more to than just giving them workouts and giving them nutritional plans to follow and helping them hit their macros. Right? There's guidance, there's coaching, there's our weekly personal check-ins where we're going over all their stats with them and literally educating them on how to create these habits for themselves and learning when and how to make adjustments. That way they don't ever hit a stall, they don't ever hit a plateau. But you can see just once again from start of just tracking for the last, 4, 5, 6 weeks, going from this guy right here all the way to this guy right here. Which once again, I'm very, very proud of the results that I was able to get within the last, like I said, 4 or 5 weeks of my training. And that's all due to, once again, consistency. Consistency. And if you're somebody that's like, hey, maybe you don't have somebody in your corner building out workouts for you. Maybe you don't have somebody in your corner giving you a game plan to follow where you can fit in your favorite foods. Maybe, you don't have 24/7 support to a coach or a trainer that's literally helping you on your health and fitness journey. You feel like you're kind of stuck all by yourself, on this desert island where it's just you and that's it. There is nobody. If that's you and you want to learn a little bit more about how our coaching program works and you're watching this on YouTube, just click on the link down below and you'll see in the description box, that very first link, more information. You'll learn more about our coaching community, right, with hundreds of other guys. You'll learn more about, how, the accountability piece with our personalized, check-ins. You'll learn more about the nutrition. You'll learn more about the workouts. And once again, just helping you create sustainable habits for your own lifestyle. I'm not a big fan of all the fad diets and the one-size-fits-all cookie-cutter programs that's out there. I'm a big fan of coaching. I'm a big fan of teaching somebody what works best for them. It's like, going to get your license. As soon as you get your license, guess what? You don't have that driving instructor anymore. You're literally learning how to do all this for the rest of your life, and that's exactly what I love to do here at Heartletics is coach people how to create habits that work best for them for their lifestyle That way they can do all this for the rest of their life. They don't have to worry about, the next fad diet or next training program that isn't going to work for them long term. No, this whole entire coaching program is built around just plain and simple sustainability, But in order for somebody to get the results that they want, they got to put in the work, Is the work easy at times? No. Is it hard at times? No. Like, it's a mixture of both. Some days you just don't feel like it. Happens to me all the time, right? But this is where consistency, this is where discipline takes a big role on this. And when you are dedicated to you reaching your health and fitness goals and truly trying to become the best version of yourself, it becomes very easy to stay consistent. You mix that in with somebody that's in your corner helping you along the journey. You mix that in with 100 other guys inside the community group cheering you along, challenging you, helping you stay on track. It becomes very easy. And this is why I like to coach my members online where they have access to me 24/7. If we were going to go work out in the gym, guess what? Peace out, Girl Scout, because as soon as they leave those gym doors, there's no accountability. There's no nutritional guidance. There's no nothing. And this is why our members typically get the best results possible because they get everything, right? They get the nutrition, they get the workouts, they get the accountability, they get the support that they need, right? And the understanding, the guidance on how to do all this for the rest of their lives. So once again, if you want any more information about that, if you're watching this on YouTube, you just click on the link down below and you'll find more information about that. But I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know, right, in the comment section down below. This is the first time I ever did a video presentation like this, going behind the scenes of how our coaching program works. And if you happen to enjoy this content, let me know, because maybe I'll share with you some of our members and some of our coaches and the community group and just give you a little bit more education when it comes to helping somebody, on their health and fitness journey through just giving you, right, the blueprint right here to follow. So with that being said, hopefully once again you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, let me know your biggest takeaway, and I look forward to talking to you guys in the next episode. Peace out, Girl Scouts.